Let's see if you can see me. Oh, Lord. Oh, here I am. Here I am. Hopefully you can see me. All right. All right, we're good. Hello, Wingless Angel. We love you. All right, John Doe, thank you. Like God said, let there be light. And this is a big letdown. Let there be HA. So thank you so very much. And let's get started. There's going to be a big letdown also after not only will we party, because we're going to party on November 6, 2018. Not only are we going to party on November 6, 2018, but we're also going to party when it comes to the Mueller report. The Mueller report is going to be a huge, monumental letdown. And it'll be just enough to, you're not John Cena. It'll be just enough to continue the neuroses and the eccentricities and the absurd behavior of Democrats. Because what the Mueller report will be, the Mueller report will say, gee, we didn't find any evidence because, by the way, James Clapper, in the intelligence reports that were created after the Steele dossier and after the alleged, thank you, Boxer Pause, after the Steele dossier and after the alleged hacking, which wasn't a hacking, which was nonsense because we have no evidence. Hillary Clinton outsourced CrowdStrike, so we have no idea what took place. After they lose, imagine this losing streak, this epic losing streak. Check this out. November 6, 2018, they will lose the House. Republicans will keep the House and Democrats will lose a chance. And it'll be the fourth time in 100 years that happens. So, thank you, Foxhound. So, it'll be the fourth time in 100 years that happens. But the hilarious thing, the really, really hilarious thing about all of this, okay, is that after November 6th, 2018, you're going to have maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks. It will be glorious. Proud Patriot, thank you. It will be glorious. You're going to have the Mueller report. So they have this monumental loss, and then they have the end of the Mueller probe. The Mueller probe was the only thing propping up the Democratic Party for 2 years. They had nothing but Trump Russia. Nothing but Trump Russia. Robert Mueller did more for the Democratic Party than Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton and Chuck Schumer and Robert De Niro and Hollywood combined. This was a completely political endeavor. It was nothing more than a political endeavor. Then you have a report on James Comey because he leaked classified information. Then you have the grand jury investigation on Andrew McCabe. They're all going down. And political will is what drives Washington. Political will, karma, capital, momentum, whatever you want to call it. Trump was on the defensive for 2 years. When he was elected president, the second he was elected president, they continued the coup, the revolt, the conspiracy of people who actually stated, we'll stop Trump in text messages. We'll stop Trump. Trump voters are smelly. It's an insurance policy. This is what they stated. They already stated all of it. We already know this is a conspiracy of individuals for one common goal. It's not a theory. We know what Bruce Orr and Nellie Orr and Fusion GPS and Glenn Simpson and Christopher Steele, we know they all worked for Hillary Clinton in one way or another, either directly or indirectly. We know James Comey worked for Clinton. Now, he didn't. She didn't write sign a paycheck to him. But all of these people, whether it's James Comey exonerating Clinton or Peter Strzok removing references to gross negligence so she doesn't get indicted, or saying we're going to stop Trump, or Lisa Page or Andrew McCabe, or all of them covering up sitting on the wiener laptop. Margaret, yes, 6 to 10 seats. 6 to 8 seats, I think, is very possible. Look, you have, let's just really, let's just go. Look, bottom line, the Mueller report's not going to show collusion. It's going to be a huge letdown. And we're going to just really pivot just really quickly to the midterms, as I always do. I'm like obsessed with this. So you're looking right here. You're looking at Montana, North Dakota, Missouri. Missouri's like a done deal. Hawley's going to win there. Indiana, Braun's going to win. Florida, Rick Scott's going to win. New Jersey, Bob Hugin's going to win. Now, West Virginia and Michigan. Now, that's 6 right there. Montana, North Dakota, Missouri, Indiana, Florida, and New Jersey. Montana, North Dakota, Missouri, Indiana, Florida, and New Jersey. And you talked about you talk to these pollsters or like 538 or whatever, and they're like, Chris Davis, I'm going to try to find out, is there a closed caption to my moderators or to anyone listening? Is there a closed caption a way to get this on closed caption for people who are hearing impaired? To my moderators, if you can find out, please, how, I don't know. So I used to have that option. If you could let people know on the live chat, there's a person on the live chat who wants to know how they can, oh, okay. All right. Not on my videos. Why? It's a setting in YouTube. It says no captions available. Gosh, I wonder why. Well, I'm gonna look into that. I will pay for it if I don't know how to do that though. Maybe I have to enable it. Oh man, maybe I didn't enable it. Okay. Oh, live vids. There's no caption. Okay. Maybe there's no caption on live streams. After the live stream, I think there will be. I think. But I mean, this is hilarious because you're going to have 2 letdowns back to back. And this is going to be hilarious. It's going to be hilarious. So let's go ahead. When I say to you, look at me right now, look at me. Republicans will keep control of the House. Do not believe every other quote unquote expert site or expert pundit or whatever. I am telling you, Republicans will keep the House and keep and gain in the Senate. When I say that to you, the reason is because it's going to happen. This is actually even more apparent than when I said that Clinton was going to lose, which I knew very well she was going to lose. Now, Montana tester Matt Rosendale. Matt Rosendale's going to win. So, okay. He's a tester is up 2 and then up 4, up 3 in the average, whatever. Montana is going to go Rosendale. So let's go. Okay, so Montana, Matt Rosendale. Okay. So Montana, Matt Rosendale, he'll defeat Tester. Okay. So Matt Rosendale will defeat Tester. Momentum is on Rosendale's side. North Dakota, Heidkamp is down 8. So, I mean, a lot of this, you have to also understand, it's not just the polls, it's the momentum. It's not just, and also when there's a Democrat benefits from non-stop overt hatred of Trump. That's one reason why polls are no longer viable, because the Democrat inherently benefits from just the overt, not just bias, pure contempt for Trump, the pure contempt. Trump called somebody a baby today. He called a reporter a baby today. What Trump is doing is dangerous. They're trying to foment. They're throwing everything they can at him, but it's not working. It never works. So Kevin Kramer is going to beat Heidi Heitkamp. So you have Montana, and he's up by 12 in the latest poll, but up by 8.7. So that's done. Now, Hawley, and I don't think this is even close. I don't think McCaskill, they say it's close, but I think that Missouri is definitely going to go red. Especially with the Project Veritas video. So you have the Real Clear Politics average. Hawley's up by half a point. I don't see McCaskill winning, especially in this time period where Democrats have imploded. I just don't see that happening at all. I don't see that happening at all. So you have Missouri, Indiana, Braun and Donnelly. Braun's going to win. Let's look at the okay, it remains a tight race, but I don't think Indiana is going to Donnelly up 3, but again, like if you're up 3, if you're close in a time period where you have almost all of media converging and doing everything possible to undermine Trump, expressing pure and unadulterated contempt for Trump. Donnelly up 3. I mean, they say the margin of error is 3 or 3.5. So I'm just going to go Braun. I find it very difficult to see Democrats pulling away in a very close, hotly contested contest. The only 2 times they did that, they've lost 8 special elections. The only 2 times they did that was with Doug Jones and Connor Lamb. Both had bizarre scandals, very bizarre scandals, uniquely bizarre and ludicrous scandals. So Montana, North Dakota, Missouri, Indiana. I think Braun's going to win. There are polls that show Braun ahead. So let's see. Yeah, in dead heat, it's 2 days ago. New polls show Senate races remain tight. The race remains tight. Mike Braun, um, Joe Donnelly has a slim lead. Yeah, I don't see that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 right there. Florida, I think Rick Scott, the early voting shows Scott and DeSantis doing very well. So Rick Scott polls Florida. You Scott up. It's a tie right now. I think Rick Scott's going to win. Okay. So you have Montana, North Dakota, Missouri, Indiana, Florida, and New Jersey is just. I do not see how Menendez keeps his seat. I think Bob Huginel is going to win. I really do. I don't see how he keeps his seat. Even CNN, GOP could flip New Jersey's Senate seat. I don't see that. And the ads here are just, they're raking him over the coals. He has very bizarre scandals. I don't even want to take a chance and explain to you the scandals that Menendez has, because they might be against YouTube policies for me to even talk about them. But Bob Menendez has pretty crazy scandals. Bob Hugin within 2 points of Bob Menendez. And then, of course, Trump may be Bob Menendez's best friend. Not really. People like Trump. Most Americans, he has a 44% approval rating. Menendez has at least a 7-point advantage, according to one article here. But I don't see the momentum going Menendez's way, especially with his scandals. He had ethics. The guy was on trial and barely escaped jail time. Costello West, the GOP must be pretty weak if they can't. They're all bought and paid for shills. Well, they will. Costello West. Let's see. Now, West Virginia, it gets interesting. Manchin polls West Virginia. Patrick Morrissey. Dem lead in Indiana, Virginia. Hold on. They're tied in Nevada. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, this is nonsense right here. Morrissey Manchin polls. Morrissey Manchin tied in West Virginia race. Manchin could win. So he's up like either 2 to 8 points, depending on the poll. I think that it's definitely possible. Definitely possible. So, like I said, there's one poll here. It almost even. Michigan is going to be really interesting. So, West Virginia and Michigan are going to be tough. Okay. I'm pretty confident in Montana, North Dakota, Missouri, Indiana, Florida, and actually New Jersey. I'm confident. But John James can really do something special. He really can. Now, the latest poll, he's down 9 to Stabenow, but he was down 23 like 3 weeks back. So Stabenow has a 9-point lead over John James. This was last week, but again, like it's gone from 23 to 9 points. So very confident DeSantis will win. Ted Cruz will win. So now Minnesota, that's interesting. Karen Housley. So let's see. Housley polls. Two days ago, Minneapolis Star Tribune. Tina Smith, Karen Housley, the race heats up. Wow. A poll conducted last week found Smith narrowly leading Housley 46 to 43. So, I mean, you're looking at, in Minnesota, you're looking at New Jersey and Minnesota. And I mean, this is going to help Trump in 2020 if he has closer to 60 Senate seats, because he'll have that base of support throughout the country, even though, he's going to win no matter what in 2020. Now, Wisconsin, that's going to be interesting. So, Vukmer, Baldwin, that's between 8 and 10 points. But it wasn't even supposed to be close at all. It wasn't even supposed to be a contest in West Virginia or Michigan or Wisconsin or Minnesota. That's the thing here. It wasn't supposed to be a contest. This was supposed to be a blue wave election. It was never going to be a wave election. It was never, ever, ever going to be a wave election. You can't have a wave election. Thank you. Hi, Lonesome Hillbilly. Thank you. You can't have a wave election if the economy is doing amazingly well. I'm reading the Elizabeth Luker. Hope all is well. So you're looking at 8 to 10 or 6 to 8. But let's look at the Senate seat. I mean, they started off she started off last month like 10-point lead, and it's slowly, slowly tightening up. You also have to also understand, like, John Ossoff had like a 7-point lead with 2 weeks to go in over Karen Handel in Georgia. So, it's not like the polls don't reflect the sentiment of people they can't, because the media is so skewed against Trump. Every single thing he does, it's blown out of proportion. Obama also is condescending towards reporters oftentimes. Nobody made a big deal about it. Let's go ahead. You know what? This is going to be a quickie. This was just a quickie. So we're almost at a half an hour. Let's see if there's anything else that we. Thank you, Eric H526. Let's see what else is going on. The Mueller probe is going to. It's not going to lead to anything, and it's not going to give. It's not going to give. It's not going to give Democrats what they want. They'll have nothing. Like, they'll really have, like, all they have, which is actually one reason they're going to lose. They have a media that basically works for them. And that's why, like, the polls are not accurate. The polls are not accurate because they don't factor in the immense hatred against Trump. Obviously, you're going to, if you call people on landlines, they're probably going to be watching CNN or MSNBC during the day. If they're the type of people who are going to answer and spend 20 minutes on the phone with you, they're probably watching MSNBC or CNN. That might be one reason the polls were wrong in 2016. And they were wrong. The polls showed that the Electoral College wouldn't be a problem for Hillary, and it was actually a big problem. So, let's see. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. This was just a quickie. And you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. God bless. Oh, you just got notified now? Rhonda, Iowa girl, you just got notified now? I think I might call this an evening since there's just it's late. There's not that much happening at this very moment. We've done a half an hour. We usually do an hour, but I will, of course, see you tomorrow. And ladies and gentlemen, you are all wonderful. God bless. Thank you so much. And have a great, great evening. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow.